Virtually to today's project, how to design or make your own portable tables. Depending on the space that you're looking for, you may not have a lot of space, and it's kind of hard to find a table to fit the area that you want to work in. So you can design your own tables by locating some wood, some scrap wood around the neighborhood, or going to the hardware and getting your own wood. Just take a measurement of the space you're looking for or trying to use and measure. And take your wood. Right here I have some shelving wood that was thrown out. Sometimes there's a lot of this type of cheap wood that's always been tossed. People use it for shelving, and sometimes cheap furniture is made by this compressed wood. So I find a lot of this just laying around. What I'm going to do is take my measurements. I'm going to cut the wood down. Just get you a simple hand saw if you don't have any electrical equipment to cut anything. And a hand saw would do just fine. Just take your time, mark off your measurements, take your pencil and mark it off. Just slowly begin to saw. And this is okay for really small pieces. If you're going to make something small, very small table, like I'm going to do today. This particular table top that I have right here we have 1 by 1 inch pieces. I don't know if you can see that. 1 by 1 inch pieces. Here I made a square. We have a square here. And they have different size sticks and wood that you could purchase. They're really cheap, and they may come at 2 by 2, 1 by 2, and they may be 10 feet long. So you might want to have them cut, or bring a saw and cut them yourself to be able to transport them back and forth if you don't have a truck or something. But this wood is very light and it's easy to cut. So there you have that. But this particular top we're going to make here, it's 46 by 27. No, I'm sorry, it's 46 by 29. 46 long and 29 going the short way here. So all you need to do is find a board. I got a board behind me. This is like peg board. And the top's going to match the bottom, 46 by 29 peg board. But you want to get you some small cheap lumber just to make you a little frame to make the desk a little thick or make it sturdy. And just screw it in, or take your staple gun. You can turn it upside down and staple it into place. And get a nice drill and small screws, and you can put this small frame together. This frame, like I said, it's 46 by 29, 46 long ways here, 46 long ways, and 29 in just a short way. Yeah. You don't have to be a carpenter to do this. Just get your measurements and cut your wood. These are going to be on the inside, and the long ones are going to be on the outside. Just take and staple them or screw them to your peg board or compressed board. My 46 by 29 compressed board here. We have the frame in place. It's going to make the table a little bit more sturdier. Then we're going to put a top on top of this one. So we have the 46 by 29 piece already cut. Then we have it framed. And we had you can either screw these on top, screw the wood frame on top that you put together. So this is going to be 27 by 46, because these two are going to go in the inside. The two outer pieces of wood are going to be on the inside, and these long pieces are going to be on the outside. So they're going to match. You want to even with your board here. So you want to get just right so nothing sticks out. Now we're going to take this off. I'm going to turn this over. Well, we can leave it like this. We'll leave it like this. We're going to take the other piece that's been already cut. You can cut this with the a putty, not a putty knife, but a carpenter's knife. We'll cut this peg board. Just set it on top. Sometimes this should go right in. Put them all the way around. This will salvage off of another table that was discarded, and I was able to remove them, and these are still in pretty good shape. To mount these are foldable legs. You got to make sure that the panel that you're going to mount them on has a little thickness to them. But also you have to keep in mind that you have to have a certain amount of space to mount two of them together if you're going to make a small table. Also here I took a hacksaw and sawed off the edges because they were actually made for a long 8-foot table, about that wide. And I ended up sawing these two ends off to make adjustments. When I open this up, this actually folds. This is a folding leg. You can purchase these from Harbor Freight Tools, but I found a little table. Take this one off. You have to kind of set them up to get some idea if you have enough room to be able to fold this table if you want to fold it. If not, leave it as is. But I wanted to be able to fold it and put it away when I wasn't using it. So I took and set it up like this to get some idea of how much room I needed if I were to fold this table. These are going to fit right over the bar here. It's going to sit on top, just like that, nothing fancy. You need two, one for each side. Just tip your screw. Make sure you got that centered here with the other leg. Got one on both sides, So I got it in about 3 inches. 3 inches in from the end of the table. About 3 inches. Make sure it's centered. Get the leg. And just set it on top. Just simply sit on top there. Just take the screw. Put this a little closer to the edge. And begin to drill them in. You still got a little juice in it here. I think these come about 10 in a bag if you need to buy them. So I got a closer. Go around here. And it's really not hard to mount these at all. Now my jewel's running out. I think the battery's dying. So we got that side done. Let's move to the other side here. Come over here. And take my two mounts. Set one there. The other one's already here. Slide it into place. Got a little more power now. Get the other end. We have 4 holes on each side of these supports here. And take them out, all 4 of those. Okay, here we have our table up right now with the legs on it. It's nice and sturdy. Bottom view here. So here you have a table with your particular measurements and your design to fit the space you need. This got a square piece of compressed wood, 46 by 29, a piece of pegboard, 46 by 29, and we have inserted a 1 by 1 inch piece of wood here, and made a square frame with that, and just nail both of these, screw both of these together, and here you have a nice solid table. Here we have a nice solid table. there you go. Ready to roll. Use it for arts and crafts, mechanics, woodworking. You have a table with your measurements, how you want it, how you like it. Put it in the space that you need it. We're going to take care of that, the other table. Now we can show you, you can measure this particular wood here. Let me get this wood out. I got this wood out of the dumpster, and I needed a very small table to be in front of my computers when I'm doing my editing and stuff. I needed something very small that didn't take up much space. And I was looking, and I found this wood. I believe this wood came from some type of entertainment piece or some type of bookcase, but this was had to be an entertainment piece. And I cut it down, I measured it. I thought, well, this would be a perfect 17 inches by 1 foot and 5 inches rather there. Now I needed to cut it down to 3 feet and 7 inches pretty much, because I had this small space that I needed a table. So I had this piece, and I had to find another piece. I had to cut that one. This one was a little wider. I didn't just want one piece. I needed 2 pieces. Sometimes this particular wood it warps, so I know I needed 2 pieces. So I ended up cutting another piece. But this time, this piece was much wider. It was like way too wide. Probably another ½ inch, another foot or so. But I ended up cutting this whole thing down so to fit my first piece. So, but this sets on top, just like that. Trying to see how. You can see where I cut it on the edge there. But I wanted both pieces to match. And you're going to take some screws here and screw it down. Let's see, I think I screwed it from the back. If this is going to be your top piece, you want to, and you have 2 pieces stacked on top. You want to screw it from the rear. You don't want any holes on your top piece. So let's see here. Turn it over. And put all your screws on this side. Let me set this up here first to make sure. These holes have been used before. I'm just giving a demonstration here. So I got my 2 layers of wood. I'm setting some of the legs here that I use from the other. Giving a demonstration. Set them on top. Now that I have those holes, make sure I don't have these. Okay. Now, I got some idea which holes I can use. I got my clamps here again. Just sit right on top. In place. Diversity 2, that ends today's project on how to design your own table to meet your needs out of scrap wood, or go buy some plywood, salvage some parts, and design your own table. This fits just fine. This little portable table or 2 pieces of plywood here and some salvage legs, and here you have it. It fits right where I want it, the space I need it. So there you go. Diversity 2, how to design your own portable table, or to design a table that you can use that's just right for you. Thanks for watching it. Don't forget to subscribe.